Every major AI company seems to be in court with some author or publisher. So we've talked about Anthropic, we've talked about Meta. Now let's talk about OpenAI. A judge in their case against the New York Times has ruled that OpenAI must retain all ChatGPT logs for all users indefinitely. And so even if you set it to private, this judge is forcing OpenAI, much to OpenAI's protest. In fact, Sam Altman
Yeah.
has been complaining about this very loudly on X. But despite OpenAI's protests, all of that training data is being, or all of that interaction data is being saved under this court order. And Sam Altman's argument is because people talk about very private things with AI, just like they Google very private things,
Right.
they should have a right to privacy. And this judge doesn't seem to think that the right to privacy is as important as the New York Times' right to do discovery across
Well, it's
all
not
the
just that.
people using OpenAI.
It's law enforcement. I mean, if this kind of falls into the what you tell your priest thing. If a murderer confesses to murder to a priest in the confessional, is the priest required to report that to law enforcement? And now that's protected under First Amendment because of freedom of religion, and that infringes on the church's ability to do whatever it's going to do. But now we're putting AI into it, where you can put in, hey, how should I kill my neighbor if their house is built like this, and this is where the entrances are, and what chemicals should I use to decompose the body the best? Okay, law enforcement is gonna want to go into ChatGPT logs to try to figure out if that's where the method of how the murder was performed came
Which is
from here.
problematic for authors of mysteries.
Yes, y'all are gonna get dinged. But you're also looking at how AI is branching out. You now have AI girlfriends. Okay, can the cops go into the logs of my AI girlfriend, and what am I telling her? What does pillow talk look like with a robot? And y'all are like, this is weird. Yeah, people are weird. I was in the Marine Corps, okay? People are weird. All right, this stuff is gonna happen, and for law enforcement to be able to have access to this kind of stuff, I can see why this judge would be pushing that way. I can see why ChatGPT is pushing against it, because now they're going to be required, like cell phone companies, to provide logs if a subpoena is issued. And so you're looking at tons of really problematic usage cases that are going to be popping up with this.
So we'll monitor this. Right now, it's only a small team that supposedly has access to this data. But the thing is, if the data exists, bad actors can find a way of getting access to it.